The desert can be a lonely place, vast, unforgiving, and full of secrets. The endless stretches of sand and rock hold stories that have been buried for centuries, waiting to be uncovered. It was in such a landscape, under a scorching New Mexico sun in the summer of 1947, that a mystery unfolded. A mystery that would leave an indelible mark on history. A mystery that would captivate the world and ignite imaginations for decades to come. The Roswell incident. This event would become a focal point for conspiracy theories and a symbol of the unknown. The story began on the dusty plains of a ranch outside the small town of Roswell. It was here that a rancher stumbled upon something unusual, something that defied explanation. Something crashed there, something not of this world. The debris was unlike anything seen before, sparking immediate curiosity and concern, or so the rumors would say. Whispers of extraterrestrial visitors began to circulate, fueling a firestorm of speculation. The incident quickly transformed from a local curiosity to a global phenomenon. News of the crash spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of people around the world. It became a cornerstone of UFO lore, debated and dissected in hushed tones and on brightly lit television screens ever since. Families gathered around their radios and televisions, eager for any new information. Was it simply a weather balloon, as the government claimed? The official explanation did little to quell the growing curiosity and skepticism. Or did something far more extraordinary occur in the New Mexico desert? The possibility of an alien encounter was too tantalizing to dismiss. The answer, like the desert itself, remains shrouded in mystery. The vast, empty landscape holds its secrets close, revealing them only to those who dare to seek the truth. The Roswell incident is more than just a story about a possible UFO crash. It's a story that challenges our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. It's a story about trust, about government secrecy, and about our enduring fascination with the unknown. The incident raised questions about what the government knew and what it was hiding. It's a story that continues to unfold even today, as new evidence emerges and new witnesses come forward. Each new piece of information adds another layer to the mystery. Join me now as we journey back to 1947, to the heart of the desert, and attempt to unravel the truth behind the Roswell incident. Together we will explore the evidence, the theories, and the enduring legacy of this enigmatic event. Imagine the scene. July 1947. Rancher Mac Brazel is going about his daily business on the Foster Ranch, miles from the nearest town. The sun beats down on the arid landscape as he inspects the property, his eyes scanning the familiar terrain. That's when he spots it. Something unusual, something that immediately strikes him as out of place. Scattered across the ground are strange, metallic-looking debris. It's like nothing he's ever seen. The material is lightweight, almost papery, yet incredibly strong. He picks up a piece, turning it over in his hands. What could it be? Where did it come from? Brazel, a practical man, is at a loss to explain it. He had heard stories of flying discs in the news recently, but he dismissed them as fanciful tales. Yet, here he was, holding something that defied explanation. He decides to gather up some of the debris and take it back with him. He has a feeling this is something important, something the authorities will want to see. Little did he know, he was about to set in motion a chain of events that would reverberate around the world. The discovery of this strange debris would become the first chapter in the enduring mystery of the Roswell incident. News of the strange debris spread like wildfire through the small town of Roswell. It was a quiet, unassuming place where everyone knew each other, and any unusual event quickly became the talk of the town. The local newspaper, the Roswell Daily Record, picked up the story, eager to report on this strange occurrence. The journalists were abuzz with excitement, sensing that this could be the scoop of the century. The initial reports were sensational, fueled by speculation and a healthy dose of small-town excitement. People gathered in groups discussing the possibilities, their imaginations running wild with theories of extraterrestrial visitors. The headline on July 8, 1947 boldly proclaimed, "RAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region." This headline sent shockwaves through the community and beyond. The story quickly caught the attention of the military authorities at the nearby Roswell Army Airfield. The base was on high alert, and the officers knew they had to act swiftly. The world was still on edge in the aftermath of World War II, and the possibility of a foreign adversary's technology landing on American soil was a grave concern. The military was determined to get to the bottom of this mystery. The military dispatched personnel to investigate, led by a young officer named Jesse Marcel. Marcel was known for his keen eye and meticulous nature, making him the perfect candidate for this mission. Marcel arrived at the ranch and immediately began collecting the debris. He meticulously examined each piece, noting its unusual characteristics. He too was struck by its unusual properties. The debris was unlike anything he had seen before, sparking his curiosity and concern. It was like nothing he had ever encountered before. The material was smooth, metallic, and seemed almost otherworldly. The material was incredibly lightweight, yet seemed to resist his attempts to tear it. It was both strong and flexible, defying the properties of any known metal. He loaded up the debris and transported it back to the base for further analysis. The journey back was filled with anticipation, as Marcel pondered the origins of the strange material. As the military swooped in, the story began to take on a life of its own. Rumors spread, and the public's curiosity grew. Reporters from across the country descended upon Roswell, eager for a scoop on this developing story. The small town was suddenly thrust into the national spotlight. The world held its breath, waiting to see what, or perhaps who, had crashed in the New Mexico desert. The mystery deepened, and the questions remained unanswered, leaving everyone on edge. Radio broadcasts speculated wildly, with some suggesting it was a secret military experiment gone wrong, while others believed it was proof of extraterrestrial life. Back at the base, scientists and military personnel worked tirelessly to analyze the debris. Every piece was scrutinized, every detail recorded, but the answers remained elusive. Jesse Marcel reported his findings to his superiors, but the mystery only deepened. The material's origin and purpose were still unknown, and the implications were staggering. As night fell over Roswell, the town was left with more questions than answers. The strange events of that summer day would go down in history, leaving an indelible mark on the town and the world. Roswell would never be the same again. The mystery of the crash, or whatever it was, would continue to captivate and intrigue for generations to come. Section 4. Shifting explanations. The Roswell incident took a dramatic turn when the military issued a startling press release. This announcement came at a time when the public was already on edge, eager for any information about the mysterious debris found on a ranch in New Mexico. They announced that the debris found on the ranch wasn't from a flying disc, but rather from a downed weather balloon. This explanation was meant to put an end to the wild speculations and rumors that had been circulating. This explanation, while seemingly plausible, did little to quell the growing speculation. People were not convinced that a simple weather balloon could cause such a stir. The public, hungry for answers and fueled by the initial reports, found it hard to reconcile the image of a crashed flying disc with that of a mundane weather balloon. The initial excitement and the dramatic nature of the first reports had set the stage for a much more thrilling story. The military's explanation seemed to contradict the earlier excitement and certainty surrounding the incident. The sudden shift in the narrative was jarring, and left many feeling uneasy. This sudden shift from a captured flying saucer to a simple weather balloon raised eyebrows and fueled suspicion. People began to wonder if there was more to the story than what was being told. The retraction, far from putting the story to rest, only served to fan the flames of intrigue and distrust. The more the military tried to explain, the more people questioned their motives. The seeds of conspiracy were sown. People began to speculate about what the government might be hiding and why they would go to such lengths to cover it up. The Roswell incident transformed from a local news story into a global mystery. The story spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of people around the world. People began to question the official narrative, sensing a cover-up. The idea that the government might be hiding something significant became a common topic of discussion. Was the government hiding something? This question lingered in the minds of many, leading to a growing sense of distrust. Had they recovered something truly extraordinary and decided to keep it from the world? The possibility that the debris was not from a weather balloon but from something far more significant fueled endless speculation. The Roswell incident, once a tale of a possible UFO crash, became a story about something else entirely, a story about secrets, misinformation, and the possibility that we weren't being told the whole truth. The incident left a lasting legacy, shaping the way people viewed the government and its transparency. Even today, the Roswell incident remains a topic of fascination and debate. It serves as a reminder of how quickly a story can evolve and how deeply it can impact public perception. The legacy of Roswell continues to inspire curiosity and skepticism, reminding us that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Section 5: Whispers of a Cover-Up. In the years that followed, the Roswell incident faded from the headlines, but it never truly went away. The whispers continued, passed from one person to the next in hushed tones and late-night conversations. The story took on a life of its own, fueled by the lack of a definitive explanation and the growing distrust of government secrecy. The official explanation, that the debris was simply from a weather balloon, was met with skepticism. Researchers, ufologists, and conspiracy theorists alike picked apart the government's story, highlighting inconsistencies and raising questions that demanded answers. Books were written, documentaries filmed, and conferences held, all dedicated to uncovering the truth behind the Roswell incident. Theories, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish, began to circulate. Had the government recovered a crashed alien spacecraft? Were there bodies? Had the government engaged in a massive cover-up to hide the truth from the public? The lack of clear answers only served to fuel the public's imagination. The Roswell incident became a cultural phenomenon woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness. It became a story we told ourselves, a cautionary tale about the power of government and the possibility that we are not alone in the universe.